Candace has given y'all her butt to kiss for 2 decades. In the moment, what they doing? They can't fire me. They can't fire me. The hell you say? Now look at her.
Oh, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Shalor back again with another video. I wanted to cover Candace Owens snapping back at Shannon Sharpe for his comments that he made maybe a year ago with Amanda Seals around the time Candace Owens had got fired from her job, the Daily Wire, or they split. Maybe it was a mutual thing, but we know she was pushed out for her views on Israel. But Shannon Sharpe is a pro bliggity black. He likes to play the race card and be on the left side because it's beneficial. You know, he's one of those hate the tree, love the fruit. You know, everything on the right, conservative or Republican, is evil. White people are bad, but loves to date white women, which I see no problem with. But you can't hate the tree and love the fruit. So Candace Owens is finally responding to Shannon Sharpe. Basically, I don't know if he's fired yet, but he's on leave from ESPN for his shenanigans scandals that he has. So I'm going to react to that. So let's get into it.
Oh, that was fast, is what I would say. Very, very fast, Mr. Shannon Sharpe. He is officially out at ESPN. We said yesterday that this was likely to happen because with these sorts of contracts, you know, millions and millions of dollars, they can and usually do include a morality clause, which, as I explained yesterday, just means just be a decent human being in your personal life too, and don't bring the company any embarrassment, meaning, like, you know, don't be caught at a strip club smacking booty cheeks that are $25,000 per cheek. And he wasn't at a strip club, but he was. His text messages have been revealed, and it's quite embarrassing for ESPN.
A boy got caught smacking cheeks on Instagram Live. Now he's been outed through text messages and voice or phone call audio.
So he used to be on First Take, and now they are putting that on ice. Now, tempting for me, obviously, given the fact that despite me never meeting this man and having done absolutely nothing to this man, he truly had a moment of glee and happiness and encouraged people not to work with or speak to me when I got fired from the Daily Wire last year. Literally, we are talking about almost exactly a year ago, which is insane. Just over a year ago, reminding you of what Shannon Sharpe said as he was dancing on my grave.
Now, if Skip Bayless would have did Shannon Sharpe the way he did Candace Owens, telling nobody to work with him after he was let go from FS1, he would have called racism immediately. But when he does it on people who look just like him, oh, you know, it's because of the culture and you know, she's basically she hate black people. You know, he don't say that, he doesn't say that, but he implies it. You know, but you'll see it in the clip right here.
Candace has given y'all her butt to kiss for 2 decades. In the moment, what they doing? They can't fire me. They can't fire me. The hell you say? Now look at her.
Yeah, look at her, the hottest podcast on YouTube. You know, she's doing better numbers than the Daily Wire, the company she was fired from. But go ahead, girl.
Tempting. That's how it started. I mean, imagine just cheersing, like cheers to Candace being fired. She did nothing to us, did nothing to us at all, never said anything about us. Yeah, that was how it started. This is how it's going. Here's the NBC headline. He is stepping down from ESPN in the wake of a sexual assault lawsuit. Now, I think first and foremost, this really is a lesson not to take any amount of pleasure and glee in the suffering of people, especially people who you don't know and have never wronged you. That's just a very strange thing to do. Like, I don't know why we would be celebrating people suffering. That's not something we clink glasses to. And like I said, it seems especially egregious when no one's done anything to you. But there is some accidental hilarity in this situation. And by the way, I don't take any, like, I obviously have given you my opinion on this. I do not think that the rape element is true. I do think that he has been behaving sloppily, and so that has caught up with him. And I understand ESPN's decision here. But the accidental hilarity that happened in this situation is that how it's the manner in which Shannon chose to make the announcement regarding CNN. So he took a screenshot of a text message, which clearly had to have been written by someone else, maybe his lawyer or his PR team. It wasn't written by him. And then he shared it onto X. So people were laughing at him, going, "You're not supposed to share. You're supposed to make it sound like it actually was written by you." Here's what he wrote when he shared the news. He said, "My statement is found here, and this is the truth. The relationship in question was 100% consensual. At this juncture, I am electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I will be devoting this time to my family and responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL preseason. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I have received from my family, fans, friends, and colleagues." Shannon Sharpe. Okay.
See, at this point, Shannon Sharpe is going to have to do a podcast with himself. He's going to have to interview himself, because you are the biggest scandal there is at the moment. Like, everything, it's back to back years now. This man has been in something deviant, sexual. He's a sexual deviant, but he likes to point out everyone else being wrong, mainly politically, which is Candace Owens. But you are exactly what you hate. There's a clip that Jason Whitlock shared of him being mad at Donald Trump for telling him grab him by the coochie and all of this. But according to these audio leaks, you are the same as Donald Trump, or what you saying that you don't like. You grab him by the pussy and the throat.
Him on the Access Hollywood talking about grabbing hoo-ha. That did not shock the very conscience of 7 NFL owners. Skipping light me a second to name those guys. One, Daniel Snyder, the guys on your monitor. Jerry Jones, Mr. Bob Kraft, McNair, Houston Texans. Woody Johnson, Shad Khan. They gave $1 million for the inauguration of President Trump. And now they seem to be shocked.
Shannon Sharpe. How does that sound? Can you not hear the fraudulence? And you should have been able to hear it back then. This is a former NFL player. That lives in the gym in his late 40s, early 50s, trying to sculpt his body. For what purpose? If to make himself attractive to Hollywood, whatever, the gay stylist? Maybe that's part of it. But I know for sure it's to make himself attractive to young women.
Not the whole truth. You always have to kind of read in between the lines with these statements. PR people, lawyers are involved. They're trying to kind of massage the situation and make it look the best that it can possibly look given the circumstances. Well, Deadline, which tends to have a major in on sports related drama, is reporting that, quote, whether or not Sharpe returns to First Take in subsequent weeks is TBD, but also whether or not he returns at all is TBD. And they instantly heard from an ESPN spokesperson who told Deadline this. They said, quote, "This is a serious situation and we agree with Shannon's decision to step away." So it appears the truth is that Shannon Sharpe essentially quit before he was fired. He wanted to avoid people kind of laughing at him or saying he was fired, and also kind of have a little more control over his own destiny. But this was likely they were going to say to him, look, it's been too much. You were caught in the act on Instagram by accident. Now we've got these messages. We don't know how much more she has. We kind of want to save ourselves the embarrassment of any more things that are happening. And it's just, you don't want any employee that's doing that much and taking away from the company. So that makes sense to me. It makes total sense to me. Again, I don't wish him bad. I hope that he finds happiness. I don't particularly take him to be a happy or a well-rounded person. And I think his behavior illustrates that. His behavior in privacy, but also in public, the way that he treats people on his podcast. You have to not be happy and whole to just enjoy and take joy in other people's suffering. So, you know, if you're a fan of Shannon Sharpe, pray for Shannon Sharpe. That as easy as that.
Man, Catholicism must be really working for Candace Owens, because man, I would have been in his ass. You know, you gonna clink the glasses with Amanda Seals celebrating me getting fired. She handled that with grace. So much class. I don't know if I would have had that much class on that, because you celebrated, you know, my firing. And now, you know, over my political views, you have a whole sex scandal out. You are a sexual deviant, and you're dealing with these little OnlyFans models. I could see if it was like grown, you know, women. You know, I mean, she's grown, but you know, a little older, mature, and they trying to. But come on, bro, you should already knew the game with that. But that's Shannon Sharpe. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. Did Candace Owens handle that right? You know, how would you have handled it? But y'all like, comment, share, and subscribing. It's your boy, and I'm gone. Peace.